Forget Messi versus Lamine Yamal for a moment. The World Cup final may actually be decided when neither of them has the ball. Argentina arrive with the best attack in the tournament, 19 goals in 7 matches. Spain arrive with the best defense, 1 goal conceded and 6 clean sheets. But underneath those headline numbers is an even more interesting battle. Both finalists have recovered the ball faster and used their pressure more efficiently than every opponent they have faced. So this is our tactical preview of Argentina against Spain, how each team will try to control the final, where Messi and Yamal can find space, and the one matchup that could decide the World Cup. Spain's route has been built on control. They began with a goalless draw against Cabo Verde, then won 6 consecutive matches. Austria, Portugal, and France did not score. Belgium are the only team to breach them. Argentina's route has been far more chaotic. They have won all 7 matches and scored at least twice in every one, but they have also conceded 7 goals, needed extra time against Switzerland, and were 5 minutes from elimination against England. That contrast matters. Spain have generally prevented matches from becoming unstable. Argentina have repeatedly survived instability, and then used it better than the opposition. Spain's defense is not simply a back four protecting its penalty area. Their first defensive action normally begins the moment they lose possession. Rodri protects the center. Fabian Ruiz and Dani Olmo close the nearby passing options. The wingers narrow or pressure from the outside. And the fullbacks can step forward because the players behind the ball are already protecting the transition. FIFA's technical study group identified Spain as the early tournament benchmark for counter-pressing. The complete tournament data now supports that observation. Spain have forced 343 turnovers from 1,641 pressures. That is almost 21 forced turnovers for every 100 pressures. Their average ball recovery time is just 11.5 seconds. And in all 7 matches, Spain have recovered the ball faster than their opponent and produced more turnovers from each pressure. That is why their possession feels suffocating. The pass sequence is only half of the system. When the sequence breaks, Spain frequently win the ball before the opponent can escape. Argentina pose a different problem because their attack is not built around keeping Messi in one fixed position. The movements around him come first. One midfielder can move wide, another runs beyond the ball. Julian Alvarez threatens the defensive line. Those movements pull defenders away from their preferred spaces and create an overload on one side. Then, Messi receives. If one defender engages him, he can combine and accelerate forward. If 2 or 3 defenders move toward him, Argentina look for the switch into the space those defenders have abandoned. FIFA's own tournament analysis highlighted the same 4 principles: midfield rotations, wide overloads, switches of play, and sudden forward acceleration. Argentina do not circulate the ball only to keep it. They circulate until the opponent's shape leans in one direction, and then attack the other direction before it can recover. That is the challenge for Spain. Their counter-press is strongest when the ball remains inside the area they have surrounded. Messi's job will be to escape that first circle or move the ball beyond it. This final also brings our pressure analysis full circle. A pressure is an attempt to close a player. It is not automatically a successful press. Against England, Argentina applied only 188 pressures. England applied 320. But Argentina forced 39 turnovers to England's 32 and recovered possession more than 4 seconds faster. Spain's semifinal was different. They actually applied slightly more pressure than France, 309 to 298. But still recovered the ball faster and forced more turnovers. So these teams can arrive at the same outcome in different ways. Argentina often defend with fewer actions, retain the ball, and choose moments to close. Spain are more willing to swarm the area around a loss and keep the opponent trapped. The final will not be decided by which team records the bigger pressure total. It will be decided by which team escapes the opponent's pressure, and what it does with the first free player. The first major battle is on Spain's left. When Messi moves into Argentina's right half space, he enters the territory shared by Marc Cucurella, Aymeric Laporte, and Rodri. Cucurella was Spain's most active direct presser against France, But chasing Messi too aggressively creates a trade-off. If Cucurella steps inside, Argentina can release the runner outside him. If Rodri moves across as well, space may open behind Spain's midfield for Alvarez, Enzo Fernandez, or McAllister. But Spain cannot simply wait either. Give Messi time to turn, and he can choose the switch or the final pass. The best Spanish solution is likely layered rather than man-to-man. The nearest player slows Messi, Rodri blocks the central route, and the back line protects the runner. The objective is not necessarily to take the ball from Messi. It is to make his next pass slow enough for Spain's far side to recover. At the other end, Argentina face an equally difficult problem. Lamine Yamal begins wide on Spain's right, which places him directly against Nicolás Tagliafico, with Dani Olmo and Pedro Porro close enough to change the picture. Yamal does not need to beat 3 players by himself. If Tagliafico receives no help, Yamal gets the isolated duel Spain want. If McAllister moves across to create a double team, Olmo can receive inside. And if Argentina's entire left side collapses toward Yamal, Porro can overlap, underlap, or combine around the outside. Their give-and-go produced Spain's second goal against France. France also learned the cost of arriving late. Yamal attacked the space in front of Luca Digne and won the penalty for Spain's opening goal. Argentina's best defense may therefore begin before Yamal receives. Pressure Rodri and Spain's center-backs, make the pass toward the right wing slower, and give Tagliafico time to set his body and receive support. Spain have conceded only once, so we should be careful about calling anything a proven weakness. But Belgium did reveal one possible route. Timothy Castagne delivered from the right. Charles de Ketelaere attacked the box, overpowered Pau Cubarsí, and scored with a header. Argentina are not built like Belgium, but their semi-final ended through a very similar type of pressure. McAllister repeatedly attacked crosses. Lautaro Martinez came from the bench, and in stoppage time, Messi crossed for Lautaro to head in the winner. If Spain's counter-press blocks Argentina's central combinations, Scaloni can add Lautaro, occupy both center-backs, and attack the box earlier. That would not mean abandoning Messi. It would change Messi from the player Spain expect to receive between the lines into the player delivering from outside their defensive block. The coaches make this matchup even more interesting. Luis de la Fuente once taught Lionel Scaloni during the Argentines' coaching education. Now, they meet in a World Cup final. De la Fuente's greatest strength has been continuity. He repeated the same starting team against Belgium and France, trusted Rodri as the base, preferred the current balance with Fabian Ruiz and Dani Olmo, and adjusted games without abandoning Spain's identity. Scaloni has been more willing to reshape the team around the opponent and the score. Against England, he removed Rodrigo de Paul from the starting 11 and introduced Giuliano Simeone for width, running, and defensive energy. When Argentina fell behind, he kept adding attacking presence until England's block could no longer escape. His biggest decision for the final may be whether to restore de Paul for control and connection with Messi, or keep Simeone to stretch Spain and chase Cucurella. De la Fuente will trust the system. Scaloni will try to find the matchup that bends it. Spain win if the match remains connected. They need short distances around Rodri, immediate pressure after losing the ball, and enough control on their left to stop Messi turning Spain's aggression into a switch of play. Argentina win if they make the match stretch. They need to escape Spain's first counter-press, move Yamal and Spain's midfield backward, and create moments where Messi receives after the Spanish structure has already shifted. The first goal will matter enormously. If Spain score first, their control of space becomes more valuable, and Argentina must take greater risks against the best counter-press in the tournament. If Argentina score first, Spain will still have the ball, but Argentina can defend with numbers, preserve Messi for the transition, and force Spain to create against a set block rather than against an exposed defense. And if the final reaches its last 20 minutes level, the benches become central. Spain have Marino, Pedri, Nico Williams, and Ferran Torres. Depending on the starting 11, Argentina can turn to Lautaro, de Paul, or additional width. That is when the starting formations matter least, and the coaches matter most. Instead of forcing a winner, there is one prediction the tactical matchup supports more clearly. Argentina to be caught offside at least twice. They have recorded 2 or more offsides in all 7 matches at this World Cup, 21 in total, exactly 3 per game. And 6 of Spain's 7 opponents have also been caught offside at least twice. The only exception was Belgium. That is not an accident. Spain defend high, compress the pitch, and trust the back line to step together. Argentina attack with Alvarez, Lautaro, and midfield runners trying to break beyond that line. So my prediction is Argentina over 1.5 team offsides. It is still a football prediction, not a certainty. One early goal or a deeper Spanish block could change the rhythm. But it is the clearest, repeatable pattern in this matchup. The final is being advertised as Messi against Yamal. Watch what happens after the ball is lost. That is where this World Cup may actually be won. If you enjoyed this analysis, please like the video and subscribe to extratips.com for more data-driven football stories.